a dark phase, a very dark phase, where we are going to see ruthlessness by the state, because they are trying to use security systems to win an election.
So when I watched this part, I knew that I needed to tone down my approach when I get to Zimbabwe. That is one of the things that I felt that I needed to explain to you, my viewers, my subscribers, and those people that follow me. Some people are saying you acted cowardly. It's not being cowardly. It's not. I am trying to find my foot here. I had 14 years in South Africa. I knew the ins and outs, and I knew how to travel, and I knew how to navigate my way around. I'm still kind of like new back in Zimbabwe. I left Zimbabwe in 2008, and before that I left Harare in 2006. So I'm still trying to find my way, get to know the systems. Hence my inclination is a little bit different. So I want you to get me as we walk along this video.
They are trying to use certain models borrowed from other dictators from around the world. They are learning from other dictators how to oppress people and retain power even without the approval of your people. That's what they're doing right now. But what has happened now, they've become even more dangerous, because they are going to use a chemical that is going to cause you to get sick. And people are not going to agree with you when you tell them that this person has been killed by the oppressor.
That being said, it means that personally, I don't know if I'm on the target list, or I should be running away, or there is something that I need to be afraid of. But you just have to stay vigilant. I need to look out for myself based on the political situation that we are seeing, all these things that we are seeing, journalists being attacked and all of that. You need to be careful. So those are some of the things that part makes me to take a step back and say, what is at stake here in the greater good of things? I'm not just trying to protect myself, I'm also trying to protect others who might fall in the same trap. So as I'm doing this video, I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for other bloggers. I'm doing it for other people that are activists, that are trying to say, let's do this, let's do this. What they are bound, what they might find themselves in the near future. So,
because they will be saying, but this one was sick. He went to hospital and the hospital said, failure, it's a heart disease. What does ZANU-PF to do with the heart disease? They are too naive to see that there are chemicals in their hands now that can cause a heart disease. That's very serious. If you know that you are a person of interest, don't walk alone. At least until after the 2023 election. Don't visit people unnecessarily. Don't drink water anyway unnecessarily. Don't just buy food unnecessarily without being careful from any vendor and any restaurant. As I talk to you now, they are trying to recruit chefs from non-popular restaurants so that the chef will keep a poison and they have a list of people to take out. When you go into that restaurant, that chef is going to see your face and he is going to be the one who is going to serve you. And as they bring food to you, they put the poison. The bad thing about the poison is it doesn't work immediately. So
that is just some scary stuff, you know, looking at it, that you might get into a restaurant and such a thing can happen. And ignore this man at your own peril and say, no, he's hallucinating or something like that. He said things that I personally believe that they have happened and they are still happening. He's even said some of the things in 2019 and in such a way that there is no way that he could have such foreknowledge of the things that we're experiencing now. So I take him seriously, and I'm going to tell you that personally, that's the reason why I toned down, and that's the reason why you see I have a different inclination altogether, and you need to be cognizant of that, you, my followers.
Operatives wearing aprons and dishing food, waiting for you. They are very patient. They are very patient. Some of us, we no longer appear in the public, a very inconvenient life. Pana chinorwadza sekungogara mumba uchizoti nzvimbo dzandogona kuenda ndakasununguka dzavashoma because people are being paid to kill. I am not.
I recall this in 2005. I was at the Defense House, and the then Lieutenant, I don't know what position, if he's still alive, Lieutenant Colonel Musema, he told me something that was so funny. He said that, Kuti, the president, you might admire his position, but do you know that there are places that he cannot go? He cannot go out there and watch a movie. He cannot go there and watch soccer. Everywhere there is going to be people that has to be escorting him. So even Cristiano Ronaldo at one point once said that he cannot go to the mall to do shopping because the fame that he has, I guess the popularity comes with its miseries. So I can relate to what Apostle Chiwenga is saying. Let's continue.
Yes. Hey, tine vamwe vatinoona vanonyanya kumhanya stereki. Dai mambodzora kumhanya kwenyu. Nguva yatiri yakashata. Just think about it, that someone can kill you silently. Someone can inject something into your body without you seeing, without you feeling it. And then after 2 weeks, you start to get ill. After 6 weeks, you start to get sick. You will never suspect them. That's what they are doing these days. Let's be careful. Let's be very, very careful. Yes, it's a dark hour. I am praying to God for the preservation of people that are relevant for the safety of and for the protection of the country of Zimbabwe. There are people that God is going to use to turn around the fortune of Zimbabwe. There are individuals that God is using now, and they are going to continue to remain instrumental in rebuilding Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is being pulled down. They are tearing down everything. Everything. By the time we are going to have a new system as leadership in the government, we are going to be surprised by the amount of destruction that they are doing while people are sleeping. They are stealing at a very, very fast rate.
This is no longer a secret that people are stealing at an alarming rate, and you can attest to that. You can see what Susan Mtami is saying, you can see what Woposhimono is saying, you can see Mayor Wajika, what Zach is saying, that they have a strong case against Wajika. They also have a strong case against Dexter Nduna. So you can see that one person once actually said that if these small boys like MPs are doing this, how about the big fishes? If you have read a book called Dandemtande, you know that Dandemtande no matter small things, but it's done and not done. So those are the things that you also want to understand, that they are people who are saying, don't touch my money, don't get close to my money, otherwise I will kill you. So let's continue as we wrap up.
To lose right now. Let us all pray for God to preserve the lives of those people. I see one of those people dying, and the people are going to just shake their heads and say, this is bad. Because our people are cowards. They can't do anything. Some are going to say, there is no evidence to prove that it is an PF. Pane shona inoti chiripo charura ya zizi. Harife nemepo.
Yes.
All right.
So you see there, folks, I have decided to tone down based on this warning. If somebody has forewarned you, he has forearmed you. On that backdrop, I have decided to tone down. Hence, you see my videos are a little bit different. I'm focusing on the challenges that our Zimbabwean brothers are facing in South Africa and all the things that we need to talk about to bring our brothers back home. And I spoke about community development and other things. These are the things that I believe I can focus on whilst we wait for the end of 2023. Once we are over that hurdle of 2023, then we can start maybe to have another conversation. But in the meantime, I have to tread carefully, and hence I had to take a different narrative. It has nothing to do with what you think that wakatengo or something like that. I am a very smart man, and I did this because of having people that can give you a warning of things that are to come. It is very, very important. Of course, I cannot escape death. If death comes today, I'm not going to escape it. That will be the time of God. But we also have to be careful. Listen to what Julius Malema said.
Death is nothing. Nobody threatens me with death.
So what do you have bodyguards then?
It's for order, because not being scared to die should not be confused for suicide. I don't want to commit suicide.
On that note, I'd like to say thank you to everyone that has been following and everyone that calls me on phone. I have my brother in New Zealand. I've got sisters that are in the UK that call me, people from South Africa that give me a shout out, some from Namibia. I also want to say thank you for keeping this channel alive. Let's keep the channel alive. Obviously, I also want to announce to you that we are going to do the podcast. So we are going to be having guests and panelists that are going to be part of this show. We talk about issues. We're going to talk about all those political issues, but we're going to do them carefully. So on that note, I would like to say thank you. I'll see you on the next episode.